Officials in Kyiv warn that a U.S. decision to hold back some weapons shipments could invite more Russian aggression. The move came without any notice, according to Ukraine's defense ministry. CBS's Charlie D'Agata is at the Pentagon. Charlie, what's the Trump administration saying about the reasoning for this decision?
Well, John, in a rare Pentagon briefing this afternoon by Chief Pentagon spokesman Sean Parnell, we learned that this is all part of a larger assessment of weapons shipments and U.S. stockpiles that affects more countries than just Ukraine. But it's still really murky on the details. He declined to say which weapons or weapon systems are on pause or give a timeline for that pause, except saying it was temporary and that the president has been given several robust options regarding Ukraine. That's his word for it. His words, we can't give weapons to everyone around the world. We have to defend our homeland and our troops overseas. And that last part might actually be telling, because he declined to say, they were talking about the Patriot missile defense systems, which are desperately needed by Ukraine to intercept Russian ballistic missiles. But they were also used by U.S. troops in the defense of Al Udeid in Qatar when that air base came under attack by Iran in what was described as the largest single use of that system in U.S. history.
Charlie, back to this question of how are we supposed to interpret this? Were they at pains at the Pentagon to say, don't interpret this as walking away from Ukraine, or were they kind of mum on that? And what does this mean in practical terms for the Ukrainians?
Yeah, well, first of all, John, they said, look, this is not about our stockpiles. The United States has plenty of weapons to defend itself, actually saying, just look at Iran. As far as the Ukrainians, as you said, they were blindsided by this freeze. Defense ministry said they weren't informed by it, and they're seeking clarity. And it comes at a critical time. Ukraine's air defense officials say that in the last month, June, they saw the highest number of Russian aerial attacks since the war began, including more than 500 drones and missiles just over last weekend alone. That's why those Patriots are so critical. They're on the move on the ground, too, on several fronts, which is why the artillery is important, too.